A very hearty welcome to you today as we jump back into Outriders for episode 11. So we are going to pick up where we left off in the previous episode, and as I ended the recording I actually got a couple of pop-ups, one of which advised me that I can now craft items, so I'm keen just to see if I can find that service. So I've got two guys. There is...
If you ever find a moment, I would like to hear more about your fellow Outriders. I was just a kid when they were all rounded up and driven off.
And there's another one just there who has an exclamation mark as well. And then the main mission is the one with the star. So let's try talking to him first and see where this leads us.
Outrider, what can I do for you?
Okay, perfect. So I need to upgrade my gear. So this is one of the biggest things that I was kind of looking for in the previous episode. I've got gear which is really making my Q ability, which is the one which basically fires a big column of flame forward, which is highly effective when you've got a high group of mobs charging at you. So I am going to look to upgrade them to the more recent levels. However, we do also have some other options, and let's have a look through them just so that we can get a little bit of a background as to what this situation is like. We'll finish up on the one which has the exclamation mark, and then we'll go ahead to the gear upgrade. So first of all, what is the anomaly?
The anomaly. Can you explain it?
Well, short answer, no. They call it an anomaly because it can't be explained. It defies all known physics. It seems to be some fundamental force of this planet's nature, electromagnetic and gravitational. But it's also a kind of weather system that obeys rules and can even be forecast. Sometimes it shines, sometimes it rains. Mostly rains. I have theories, but the scientific method depends on observation, hypothesis, experimentation, and finally, peer review. The problem is, I have no peers left.
Why didn't we detect the anomaly before?
Why didn't we know about the anomaly before we landed? I mean, surely it must have shown up on the surveys.
I assure you, this is not the world we were promised. Every report that came back to Earth told the same story. They had found the Garden of Eden, not some world that would be trying to kill us in every conceivable way. We would have stayed on Earth for that.
So what the fuck happened?
I don't know. My dad, he knew this planet backwards and forwards. He was on the science council that chose this world. Obviously, something happened during the 67 years we were asleep in hyperspace. Something changed this planet.
How did you come by the satellite Blink?
Tell me, Dr. Zahidi.
Careful. That's the very last satellite uplink on Enoch. You don't know how long it took me to find it.
How did you even know to look for it?
My father. I found reference to it in his notes. After we landed, he was out here looking for a signal. Long before we were. He was the first one to send expeditions. And back then, I was just a kid.
You came to Enoch as a child? Not many kids were on board the Flores.
My father, being who he was, had the luxury of bringing his family.
Interesting. Is it possible there are other Outriders still in Cairo?
I've been wondering. Is it possible there are other Outriders still in Cryo?
Well, it's entirely possible. Jane and I... We weren't expecting to find your team, and with insurgents closing in, we didn't have time to look for anyone else. I don't have to tell you how dangerous the First City is, but I'd want to be the first to know what you find.
Okay. I mean, he seems like a nice guy. I don't know if the other exclamation point is something different, but let's go ahead and accept.
I'm curious too. I'll go check it out.
If you were to find other Outriders had survived, perhaps our mission won't seem so impossible.
Right, so the big one. Let's go ahead and look at the crafting system.
Haven't found any other Outriders yet. That doesn't mean they're not still out there.
Zahedi can craft new items for you if you provide him with the necessary materials. Great. That's in just my items. Let's have a look. Okay, so Inferno Wave is the name of the skill, which I am looking to keep a hold of. So, interestingly, there's an option to mod gear. Oh, okay. To unlock a mod, find an item with it, and completely lose the message because it doesn't stay up on the screen for longer than 2 seconds. Okay, but I'm guessing it just means just find an item and you've got the mod, which is really cool. And then you spend leather to slot that mod. Perfect. So if I find a really good bit of gear, but the mod's not right for it, I'll have options. Now, I don't have any tier 2 mods yet, or any tier 3 mods yet, but that's a lot of mods. And that looks pretty good, I've got to say. I'm looking forward to having a look at that. So we can also improve rarity, but looks like it maxes out at the rarity that we are on at the moment. Yep, with 41 shards. So I think maybe if I'm finding an assault rifle, which, you know, and I don't have one at all, for example, if I didn't have an assault rifle, which isn't the case. I've got this at the moment, which has got 750 rounds per minute, so that's doing everything I need it to. This would be a good way to find one and then upgrade it. Now, I'm just having a look, because is there a range? I'm also keeping an eye on the additional stats as well. So armor pierce, skills, life leech. I've got to say, that one looks better. It's a shotgun. That's an assault rifle, but it's only level 4. Now, I'm tempted to upgrade this and then go ahead and, I mean, that's only got 1 modifier as opposed to 2, which is interesting. Okay, there's a swap variant. Oh, okay, interesting. So what am I missing out on? You lose a bit of stability and range if you change it to standard. Tactical, but the RPM is insane. So yeah, this isn't firing many rounds at the moment because it's a tactical rifle, but it's got better stability and accuracy. No, the accuracy is actually worse. Got better clip size on that though. And it only does 15 damage though, as opposed to 31. I've got plenty of iron. Then there's a sharpshooter variant as well. I'm semi-tempted to change it back to standard. But the extra damage is nice. No, I'm kind of thinking about it this way, right? The damage halves, but the RPM doesn't actually double. It's like maybe about a 90% increase, not a 100% increase. So as a result of that, yes, it's a reduced clip size, but I'm kind of getting more damage out of it. And yes, it's not as quick, but I'm not exactly Misty accurate, am I? And I know that increases it by a little bit, but I think it's me that's the problem with the accuracy as opposed to the gun. So I'm going to keep it as it is, but it's good to know we can do that. Raise attributes. Okay, these need shards, and I don't have any, I think. It says shards here. Shards are used in crafting to raise specific attributes of equipment gained when disassembling weapons and armor. But there's no number next to it. That 8 responds to titanium, and you can tell because there's no number on the left-hand side of the cogs. So on the right-hand side of each item is that number. So shards must just be 0, which is a shame. Right. Improve rarity. Excuse me. Right, improve this item. Oh. Wow. That sounds really good. Oh, unless it's not relating to the actual bullets from this gun, but rather an actual skill called Fireworks. No, I think it's a... Yeah, I actually think it's something for the weapon. Something I'm more than happy to try. I didn't have a mod in the previous weapon, so that sounds good. Let's level it up as well. I want to level this up all the way, so we're getting it up to 37. Oh, and it'll increase the armor, PS, and life skills leech. Lovely. Well, that stays as 1%, but okie dokie. 11.7 and 1. 11.7 and 1. 11.7 and 1. Right, okay. Okay, and I've used pretty much all mine. But I've got loads of things here. Oh, I can mark them. Yes, that's exactly what I was looking for. Okay, that's got the thing I was looking for. That, I'm not too happy with the mod, so I will probably change it up. Okay, let's go ahead and just mark all of these. And that. And I think if we just hold delete. Oh, I didn't even get any iron. That's a shame. Maybe they come from weapons. Well, only one way to find out. It does, but not much. I'm noticing these shard things here. But... So am I getting shards and these are the shards? Colour me confused, right? So, 42 in armor PS, but I don't have armor PS in this shards menu. Right, I'll come back to that. That's clearly not something I'm going to understand at the moment. Let's delete that as well. Now, I don't need all these other weapons, do I? Except, of course, that one. Which I wouldn't mind equipping, but I think I'll have to do that from the menu. Right, I don't use shotguns. Is that better? Level 11. And then... That's only level 4, so I'll cost a fortune to bring them to date. So there's a little bit more iron, and I think that's it. I mean, we've got these as well. What gear? Right. I've already got that equipped, I believe. The skill can be activated one time before triggering the cooldown. And it did say, I think, that they don't stack. Yeah, one more time. Ride the wave. Inferno wave, so that is different. Heat, Hellfire, heat wave, yeah. So heat wave. That's also called heat wave. Oh, right, okay, sorry. It's the thing at the top, that's the name. So Ride the Wave, Inferno Wave, and Hellfire are the ones I've got so far on them. Killer Medic sounds good. I'm happy to keep that on there. Now, that's level 12. These are both level 11, and interestingly, wondering, you can see here that there's a red icon on that one. Does that mean that I then gain that mod? I'm not sure. Anyways, we now have a much cleaner inventory. I'm going to keep hold of that just in case this is naff. I don't think it will be. 477 firepower, because I've upgraded it at level 14, so it's already pretty much looking like a winner. But we'll equip it and check. Great.
The cryopod I found you in was in an old medical lab near the river. You should start searching there.
So these are the side quests. Let's have a look at Alfred's as well, just in case it's close by.
Are you lost, old man?
Are we all?
What are you doing here? This place isn't safe.
What do you see when you look at this shattered city? I see my own story in every street. I lived here through every crisis, every revolt and riot, till they tore it away from us.
Afraid I missed all that.
We lost Earth. Soon we'll lose this planet. We lose everything in the end. Maybe that's how it has to be. I left some things in my old hut, valuable things. I couldn't survive a minute on my own. But I'd show you where they're hidden if you would open the way. Just like to go home once more.
I'd absolutely love to.
Stay here. I'll handle it.
So I'm more inclined to think I want to do that one
find
first.
an old man's home. I cannot reach it by myself. My old home's near the radio, looking the city.
So let's just get a bit of a...
Trip it's been to leave so
Oh, so that's the No Place Like Home quest, right. But we've also got a one, it's literally just next to where we are, I think. Actually, are we? Are we on the bridge? I remember the bridge going down. Let me just check. No, there's no bridge around here, but I remember crossing a bridge. Nope. Just tell me where I am. Is that actually where I am? Yeah. I'm really confused because I've done all these things down here, but I don't remember going way back up here. Unless that's where I need to travel to. Right, okay. I think I just need to go to Hangman's Tree, take the lift back up, and then I'll be good to go for the Old Man's Hut quest, and I believe... It'd be nice to know where I am. I don't think it's the bridge. But that's like as far as it looks like it's progressed in terms of... Yeah, is there a way to see? Where I am? If I hit map, surely there's an indicator as to where you are. And I know I'm probably just being a complete and utter dingus right now, but you are here. It literally says that there in the top right corner, so somehow I'm all the way back at camp. But not to worry. Oh, we did get in some cars, didn't we? I remember that now. Right, cool. So I want to travel to here. And we'll do Old Man's Hut. So where's the flag? It's over here. And we are going to travel to... oh, it was this one. So I can hopefully just take the lift. Right. Here's the lift I was referring to. Please be functional. This isn't looking good. Right, let's just do the skill points. What do we got? Convoy customization for the cars, patterns, okay, so nothing I really need to worry too much about just now. Also got a class point. Let's go ahead and throw that into... Ooh, Ash status, that sounds quite cool. And then we can backtrack to that to get the most out of that. Okie dokie. Right, so... Doesn't look like we can use the lift, so let's travel. And we're going to have to travel to here, I think, and then work our way through the gallows and get to the Old Man's Hut. So it's going to be a little bit of backtracking, but that's fine. Right.
Hey, old man. What was this place like back in the beginning? You saw the first storm?
Oh, yes. Lights on the horizon. Machines going wrong. The entire city went black. Just bolts of lightning and screams. I could see people lifted into the air. Trees shredded. Fires everywhere. Whatever hope for Enoch we had, it was gone in a breath.
What happened after the engine blew?
No electronics, and the sleepers getting woke in thousands an hour, and they tried to keep us calm, but there was no food, no medicine, nowhere to hide from the storms. ECA closed the gates and left us all to rot. And we would have too, if not for the altered. I never wanted to be an insurgent. I just wanted what my family had been promised.
I'm noticing enemies aren't respawning. Which is fine, because it just means we can get there a bit quicker, but... let's have a look. What did we get there? Right, okay, feel free to pause if you want to read that. I'm not going to read that just for the sake of the people who are not too interested in the lore items. To be honest, I do actually quite like lore in games, so I'm more than likely going to read through them offline at some point. But yeah, I don't want to force you guys into having to do that as well if you're not fans of that sort of thing. Let's just say to go this way. But kind of like, do I go in here? Oh, right, okay. Right, here we go. Right, this is the quest area, so this is where we can expect to finally run into some mobs and no doubt end up being at the...
Place is crawling with insurgents. I need to clear them out.
Being at the back end of quite a lot of firepower. Also noticing the time, guys, it's coming up on 25 minutes, so what I'm actually going to go ahead and do, I'm going to go ahead and close off the episode here. I am going to continue. I'm going to upload both episodes on the same day so that you've still got the footage. I just don't want to force you to have to sit through an hour-long video. So I will go ahead and close the footage here, and then the subsequent episode will also be uploaded and be available in the afternoon. So this one should be available at 8 AM and then the afternoon one available at around 4 PM, just to ensure that the processing is all completed and we're good to go. So on the day that you're watching this, if it has just been uploaded that day, the second episode should be available from 4 PM GMT time. So I am going to close off there and we will pick up back up shortly. So thanks as always for watching. Please do feel free to leave any comments if you've got any comments about the video, as well as using the like and dislike buttons to let us know your feedback. And finally, if you are a fan of this sort of content and not already subscribed, please consider doing so. You will greatly help the channel and join our amazing community. So yeah, thanks for watching. I've been Sonder and I'll catch you in the next one.